Hey guys, so for today's video, I created this New Year's Eve makeup look and I used the Huda Beauty Empowered palette. Of course, I had to wrap up this year with a New Year's Eve tutorial. I also did my full face of makeup on camera today, which is something I don't do very often. So if you want to see how I got this look, go ahead and keep on watching. All right, so I'm actually going to do my full face of makeup on camera today. It is icy outside, so like I have all day to film, so let's film everything today. I did just do my brows off camera though, because that's not very exciting. I used the Got to Be Glued styling gel because I literally can't find my NYX little brow glue. I had it out the other day to film my favorites and I cannot find it right now. So I used a little bit of this on my brows to get them all up and it kind of works pretty well. Sometimes I just find like little dry flakes around my skin if I get too close on my skin, not my brows. And then I use the NYX brow pen and a little bit of my Kosas brow pencil to fill them in. Now before I start my eyeshadow, there are two things I want to do. First of all, moisturize my lips. I said in my favorites video, I do this every single time I do my makeup. So I'm going to take my Sigma lip mask in Hush and just apply that all over my lips. I also do have a pimple patch on right now. I will take it off when I do my base makeup. I'm going to leave that there for a minute. And I am going to add some color corrector under my eyes. My eyes look really dark right now because I used my Grande Lash growing serum last night. So whenever I use that, it makes my like under eyes really dark and red the next day. I don't know if that's like a reaction to it, if that's normal, but that's just what happens with me. So I'm going to take my Sigma under eye corrector duo here. Just apply some of that under my eyes so it's a little less distracting as I'm doing my eyeshadow. Okay, but like immediately, that difference is crazy. And I'm just using the F64 brush to apply this. A little bit on my eyelid too, might as well. All right, I'm gonna prime my eyes with my Rare Beauty eyeshadow primer. And I'm gonna pop up a picture on the screen right here of what I'm inspired by. First, I saw Jamie Page post this look with the Huda Beauty Empowered palette, and she used the shade Bold Moves, which I did use in my first video with this palette, but she did like a really smoky look. And I was like, oh, that would be perfect for New Year's. And then I was on Pinterest just looking for inspiration, and I saw this look as well. And so these are my inspiration photos for what I'm gonna do today. So very glam for New Year's. It's gonna be a full face of makeup, and I'm excited to do this look. And I'm not gonna set my eyeshadow primer because I am gonna use one of the gel shades from the palette, try to give it another chance, you know. I'm still very mixed on this palette and how I feel about it, but I'm going to continue to use it because I bought it. All right, I'm gonna start with the Sigma E54 in the black cream shade Purpose, and I'm going to apply that all over my lid. And before that dries down, I'm going to take a clean Sigma E25 and just blend around the edges of that shade. And then taking that E25 again, and this is going to look very sloppy at first. Sometimes when I post an eyeshadow look, people are like, oh my gosh, it looks like you have a black eye. This looks like I have a black eye. And I am kind of following how Jamie Page did this look, so I will link her video down below since this is my inspiration. So now on that same E25, I'm going to pick up the shade Big Dreams, and I'm going to blend that in the crease. I'm kind of packing it down at first since my lid is still pretty tacky with that cream base. So it's more like a pack and move motion. All right, so now it really does look like I have a black eye, so let's work on this harsh blend right there. I'm gonna pick up the shade Power on a Sigma E27 and just try to blend around this harsh line to really smooth this out. Okay, that harsh line blended out really easily, so I'm happy about that. Now let's work on this eye. So again, I'm taking that Big Dream shade. And then taking Power on the E27. See how easily that blended out? It's crazy. Now I'm going to take the shade Bold Moves on my finger, and I'm going to pat that all over the center of my lid. And definitely use your finger with these metallic shades. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. I just did all that with one dip into the palette. Now I'm gonna go back to that E27 and just kind of blend around the edges of the shimmer. And I applied it on most of my eyelid. I think I am gonna do a slight halo today, so I didn't really focus it on the outer and inner corner. Alright, now I'm going to start to deepen up the outer and inner corner to create a little halo eye. I'm going to start with the shade Winter on a Sigma E42. I actually haven't used this shade yet, so we'll see what it looks like on the eyes. And I'm just going to lightly pack that on the outer corner. And I'm kind of going for more of like a messy halo. It's not going to be very like just precise looking. And I feel like that's kind of a cool look for New Year's. So this shade is nice and gray. Alright, so here's what it looks like with that winter shade added. I think I like that. I also know I'm going to do a lot of black eyeliner today, so I might not even use like a black shadow today. See, normally I wouldn't really like how this shimmer is kind of all over my lid and kind of messy looking, but I think it looks kind of cool. All right, I like how the lids look like that. Let's move on to the face makeup. All right, I'm gonna start by removing this pimple patch here. And I'm gonna go in with my Saie Glowy Super Gel in Star Glow and apply that all over my face. And for my foundation, I'm gonna use the Hourglass Ambient Soft Glow Foundation. And I'm using my Sigma F76 to apply this. And bringing it down my neck because this shade is a little dark on me. This foundation is so beautiful. See how much that just covered up on my face? It's amazing. I am going to take my Nars concealer in Custard, and I'm just going to apply that on any blemishes that are still peeking through. And I'm kind of going for like a full coverage moment today, since this is technically like going out New Year's makeup, even though I literally cannot leave my house right now. Too icy. I'm gonna let that sit on my skin for a second, and I'm gonna take my Rare Beauty spray a little bit to keep my skin nice and hydrated, and then I'm gonna use that same brush I used for under my eyes on the concealer just to really press it into my skin. My skin is looking so good right now. Now let's do some concealer. I'm gonna take the Sephora Best Skin Ever concealer. And using that same concealer brush to blend it in. I've just been like so into using brushes recently. I really don't even use my sponge anymore. I feel like I kind of go through phases with brushes and sponges. So you can see I kind of use that concealer to clean up this eyeshadow line, just like that. Now I'm going to do some cream bronzer with my Rare Beauty bronzer stick. And I'm using the shade Power Boost. And my favorite brush for blending out cream products right now is this one by Sephora collection. It's the like foundation number 56 brush. And this has been my go-to because it's nice and dense, but I really like the shape of it too. So I use this for cream bronzer and cream blush. It's honestly just so fun to draw on this product. I like literally put it all over my face. I like to do right below my chin, along my jawline. All right, under my lip, the sides of my nose, and of course my cheekbones. But do you see how easily this bronzer stick just blends out? I freaking love it. All right, my skin is looking good, but I need some blush. So I'm gonna take the Tarte Cream Blush in Peach Sunset. This was sent to me at one point during the year, and I love this cream blush so much. The formula, the color, it's so easy to blend. A really good cream blush. And I'm just kind of applying this like all over my cheeks. I like a lot of blush, and I'm not too like particular with the placement of it. Like sometimes I'll do more of a higher cheekbone look, sometimes I'll do my whole cheek. Today looks like a whole cheek kind of day. And I like to put some on the bridge of my nose. I know not everyone likes this look, but on days where I'm wearing a lot of makeup, I think it's kind of cute. Now I'm gonna go back to my concealer brush. I'm gonna blend where the blush and my concealer meet, just to kind of smooth this out a little bit, because now we need to start setting the face because my face is full of cream products right now. So I'm gonna take my RCMA No Color Powder, and that's gonna go under my eyes. And this brush is like a really, really old Morphe brush that I bought from like my very first purchase from Morphe. But I love the size of this. See how much better that looks when it's set? Now for the rest of my face, I'm gonna take the Kosas Cloud Set Powder in Comfy. And I'm using a Sigma F24 to apply this. And this powder just kind of takes away like the extra shine. I like that it still has a little bit of a glow to it. And I will bring this down my neck since I did put that foundation on my neck. And now I like to add a little more powder blush to my cheeks. Again, I said I like a lot of blush. I like a lot of blush. So I'm actually gonna use this old Hourglass blush quad. I think this came out like 2 or 3 years ago, but I love this so much. Their blushes are beautiful and they always have some kind of quad powder set out that you can get. So I'm gonna take my blush brush and I'm literally just gonna swirl all of those together. And I'm using the Sigma F12 brush. And again, just applying this all over my cheeks. I really want to try to get use out of this quad because whenever Hourglass comes out with a new like holiday set like this, like they came out with the elephant and the, was it a tiger or something this past holiday? I wanted it so bad, but I was like, I literally have this. I don't need the same thing in new cute packaging, you know? I know this seems like a lot of products on my face, but this is just what I like to do. Now I'm gonna take this other Hourglass powder set that I have. It has a few of the ambient lighting powders in it. So I'm gonna take this lightest one on a Sigma F35. And I like to apply this a little bit under my eyes to kind of brighten up the area. And these powders are just so beautiful. They smooth out your skin. If you can get like a little trio like this, it's a really good deal. Or even the little mini sizes are really nice too. I kind of want to try to like bake a little bit under my jawline. I'm going all out today, guys. So I'm gonna take the Sigma Soft Focus Setting Powder in Vanilla Bean. I'm gonna take this F67 brush. It's kind of flat to like really carve out that area. Brush them on. That's a lot of powder. Just to kind of lighten up this area. I have powder all over my sweatshirt now. It's okay. Okay, I am gonna highlight last, and I might not even do it on this video because I wanted to film like a little TikTok that I saw. I'll talk about it later, but let's move on to the lower lash line. I'm gonna start off with the black gel kohl liner, and I'm gonna run that throughout my entire waterline. Now I'm going to take a Sigma E21 with that winter shade, and I'm going to use that to smudge out the lower lash line. So when I smudge out the lower lash line, I'm kind of pulling that black liner down, mixing it with that shadow, and then smudging it out. Now I'm gonna go back to that power shade. I'm actually switching to a Sigma E33 to blend this out. Now I'm gonna take my black eyeliner and run that across my top lash line. And I don't need much, just a little bit. And then I'm taking any black eyeshadow on that Sigma E21 and kind of smudging out this liner. All right, I'm super happy with how the eyes are looking. The liner is nice and smudgy and sexy. I'm gonna go pop on some mascara and lashes, and then we'll do the lips together. All right, I popped on my mascara and lashes. Can you guess what lashes I'm wearing right now? It's the Bright Lashes Daydream. So here is the final close-up of the eyes. These are so pretty, so shimmery. I think it's perfect for New Year's. So I did apply my highlighter off camera. I saw TikTok, and she's actually Selena Gomez's makeup artist, so she uses Rare Beauty products all the time. And she took the new Rare Beauty highlighter and applied it with a fluffy powder brush, like all over the cheek, instead of taking a small brush and just doing like the tips of your cheekbones. So I just filmed a TikTok of me trying that. I just went like this, whoosh. And I actually kind of like that. I think it's really pretty. And she said this technique is nice because you can see the glow from like all angles instead of just the tip of your cheekbone. And I kind of agree. It's kind of a lot, but I think for this kind of look, it works. I also took the same highlighter and just put it in my inner corner right under my brow. I am very glowy, very shimmery right now. And then for my lips, I kept it pretty simple. I just used the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip in the shade Rose, just for a nice pinky, shiny lip. All right, and that is it. This is my final New Year's Eve makeup look. It was really fun to do my full face of makeup on camera. I haven't done that in a while, so let me know if you enjoyed that or not. And I gotta say, every time I use the Empowered palette, I like it more and more each time. I know I was very harsh on it at first, but if you're someone who likes dramatic looks like I sometimes do, maybe you'll like this one. I can't believe this is my last tutorial and video of this year, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope you have a happy and safe new year. I will see you in January.